and clap. To sync the two on. You don't have to clap.
Oh.
It's all right. It was a great job, though. An
Yeah.
amazing,
Could have been better. Too.
amazing clap. All right. Hey, welcome, my friends. I am here with my friend Harriet. How are you, Harriet?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Great. Thanks for asking.
Nice.
We're going to work on this picture today from this crazy library in Tianjin, China. Okay. And you are going to play the role of my giggly friend that asks me all kinds of questions because you're a photographer and you want to get more into kind of landscape architecture stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So
This is true.
you can be a fly on the wall and watch along. And we're actually, for the audience that's watching, we are making a lot of these videos, and I make a ton of these videos for our passport. We have something called the Stuck in Customs Passport. For the cost of just 2 cups of coffee a month, you get access to all kinds of behind-the-scenes videos where you see me edit photos, all kinds of great stuff. We have like over 100 videos on there, and we release one new one every Sunday, Passport Sunday. I'll give you a free passport membership.
Oh my gosh, amazing.
It's a bargain at twice the price.
Yeah, awesome.
And also, you might come to our New Zealand workshop, right?
Yeah. Yep. Hopefully, all things aligning. I'll be there.
You'll love it. It'll be great. We just we made a new decision that you don't know about. We're going to give all workshop participants a little Peak Design goodie
Whoa.
bag.
Okay.
So they get a bag and all kinds of goodie Peak
Deal
Design kind
breaker.
of stuff in there.
Yep.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
Yeah, very
Pretty
cool.
rad.
All right, so we'll work on this photo. By the way, the last time Harriet and I were together, we watched the royal wedding with friends.
Yeah, I think Trey fell asleep.
I probably did fall asleep at the end. It got a little boring. There was a lot of drinking
It
involved.
was quite late. Yeah.
And I remember you said some very inappropriate things during the
Possibly.
wedding.
Ah.
Remember, right after they got married, you said, I wonder if she's going to take it up the royal bum. And I go, that is inappropriate, Harriet.
Seriously, don't remember
Yeah.
saying that.
You did. And then, on top of that, you said, I bet she takes it up the bum from every Tom, Dick, and Prince Harry.
Whoa.
And I go,
Way too clever for me.
Harriet, the Queen Mother is watching. That's right out. That's when we had to make our egress. We're like, this is getting out of control, this royal wedding party. Okay, so let me show you the origin. This is pretty much finished. Let me show you where this came from. Let me jump over here to Bridge. So these are the original photos. It's kind of a panorama. Okay, 9 photos. Now, here's something that might kind of blow your mind, perhaps. This is taken with a cell phone, with my mobile phone.
Nice.
Pixel. NASA.
Nice.
Okay? They didn't let DSLRs in there.
Wow, yeah.
So I've spent hours trying to piece this thing together, and it's been a chore. I'll show you a few steps along the way. So when I first got it into Photoshop, let me jump over to this other one, press F. This is the first version of it. Let me go over to, oh, here, this one. All right, so I brought a bunch of pieces in here, and then I told it to auto-align, okay? And it did like a pretty shit job, right? It just didn't really line up very well. And the lighting is different, and it was just a mess, okay? So you'll notice I ended up with sort of this artsy version of it, right? Where I have this bifurcated gap down the middle of it, right?
Quite
and that
like
was,
it.
I like it too. It makes it kind of like fine art.
Yeah.
And this is something that we put into our fine art collection that we sell to collectors. And so we want it to be like very, very nice, right?
Yeah.
Top quality. And really, it was just kind of out of necessity because the gradients didn't match up. The sphere wasn't quite perfect. Even after I put it together, the sphere was not quite perfect. Let me show you some other versions of it here. You can see, I think it's under completed. Is that right? No, it's under Photoshop Me. Yo. So then I went from that crazy state you saw from this one. Then I got to this one. Then I started to come up with this idea of having it be in 2 bits. But then I realized that sphere looks kind of squat. You know, it's kind of like a melting gummy bear or something.
Yes.
And there are other things that I didn't like about it too. Like I didn't like it was very gray when actually the whole thing was very white.
Yeah.
And you can see how it just feels a little gray and dirty next to the pure white of the edge. So those were the next things I was going to work. Actually, the very next thing.
What was the lighting like in there? Was it?
It was all natural light. There was a huge window, so just bright white light flying in. There were some artificial lights, but they didn't seem to do much. I would love to see it at night, actually. So then I usually don't do all this kind of stuff, but I decided to make a shape, it's a tool I never use in Photoshop. So I made this big red ball, okay, right? And I tried to size it up so that it would match that thing, and then I lowered the opacity just so that it would fit. And then, so to try to stretch this thing out, you should have seen how unsmooth it was. When I really got into it, I was like, it's not even close to a circle. What I would do, let me drop it down and show you an example, is I would use this thing called Puppet Warp. Have you ever used that?
Yes, I have.
It's pretty good. I use it on a lot of landscape stuff. And so I would pin down places that were good, that I didn't want to move, and then I would just pin down all around it so that those pits didn't move. Pin like that. Oh, let's go too slow. And then I can grab the edge of the, oh, well, now I'm moving the red thing, but imagine I was moving the white thing behind it. Yeah. So that's how I would kind of form it and make it as smooth as possible. Nice. It's still not perfectly smooth, honestly, but it's better than it was. Better than it was. Okay, so then that was that. And then let's fast forward up into this one. And here, I did all kinds of things. Now it's much whiter. It's much brighter. Feels more alive. And even though it's taken with a Pixel phone, you can still see great details in here.
Yeah, amazing.
Yeah.
What phone are you using?
It's the Google Pixel 2, which I paid full price for. Google's not a sponsor. I talk about it all the time. It's great. It's a great phone. And then along the bottom, things weren't quite matching up right, and so I kind of had to mirror this side over here, but I didn't want it to be too obvious. So then in the final version, by the way, you notice I called this Wide Load. Wasn't that your nickname in high school?
Yeah.
Yeah, here comes Wide Load. Batten down the hatches. Whoa. Here she comes. So then I ended up making it so it does look a little bit different. Even though that was mirrored, it took quite a bit of work to make it. I still see little errors in there, but it's okay. Now I think any final steps I might do are, I might get rid of some of these people because they're kind of harsh in my mellow. They're not really interesting, and they just seem like lost, and they're like talking to security. And they don't really feel like they're enjoying the library. They're not adding to it. If anything, I remove stuff from my photos. Yeah. This thing used to be like this bright blue color. I thought it was kind of alarming, so I dropped it to white to simplify.
But these people here, I quite like them.
Yeah, I'm going to leave them.
You're going to leave them?
I'm going to leave them, yeah, because they seem like they're doing
colours are quite cool as well.
Library kind of things. Yeah, so I'm pretty happy with this. Believe me, I think most of my work is total shit. So whenever I have something that works out well.
Imposter syndrome.
Yeah. Yeah, so I'm pretty happy with this. All right, so this ends the breakdown of this one. Here's some other photos that we're going to start recording for Passport next. I dumped a bunch of different photos in here for us to work on. Harry, what do we got here? So this is from, oh gosh darn, I didn't mean to open it in Photoshop. This is from Antarctica. I thought that would be kind of a fun one. Yeah. And then I thought you might like this one because it's pretty phallic. And
of course.
Yeah. And this is typically what I do when I go take photos, by the way. I don't take photos of phallic.
Well, I was gonna say.
But I'm going to show you, I take, you're going to see about 30 photos here. Because I couldn't decide.
I did that too.
Right? I couldn't decide what's the best composition. So we'll go through and we'll choose what I think is the best composition, and then we'll work on one of them. So that's that. Okay. And then this is a kind of one of those classic shots from Utah that we'll work on. My horizon is always off every time when I take photos. I don't know why. Some problem is obviously me. It's just like it's a little tilting there. So we'll fix that and make a nice photo. This is from London. There's a little bit of a reflection here, which is going to be hard to get rid of. This one has less reflection. It'll probably be hard to tell. So that'll be a fun city one to work on. Have you heard of this place with all these buried Cadillacs? No. This is on the way to Burning Man. I stopped here. Go. This is up near Tekapo. Yeah. It's like a reservoir or something. So that one. So again, I took about 12 pictures. We'll pick the best one, and they're all okay. But I think they'll end up great.
Do you I'm sure this will come later, but do you tend to use the slightly underexposed versions, or like?
I do. I prefer
would you, like,
underexposed.
use- yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Because sometimes when it's blown out, there's no recovery left.
Yeah.
And you see, I always take 3 photos. We will do HDR, but I don't always do HDR.
That's cool.
That's kind of a neat one. Eh?
I like that.
But I wish there were more stars. It was too cloudy that night. Have you been out to this place? This is the Paradise Reserve. You heard of it?
Mm-mm.
Okay, check it out. Hot tip
Not
for a
really
neighbor.
local. Yeah.
Well, it took me 6 years to get out there. I've been here 6 years. I finally went 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
So you go past Glenarchy,
Mhm.
right? And then there's actually a place called Paradise.
Oh yeah, I've been to Paradise.
And they have this and they have this
Gateway to Paradise.
they have this like reserve area, and you can rent these cabins for $90, and they've got like 7 different ones you can rent,
Yeah.
and they're all quite isolated. Some are by these little reflective pools.
Yeah, nice.
A lot of them, they're real rustic and hardcore Kiwi. You know?
Yeah.
But a lot of them have these outdoor like giant brass tubs, and you put firewood underneath them.
Outdoor bar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you light a fire underneath the.
That's amazing.
That would be fun, wouldn't it?
Did you not do it when you were there?
This one didn't have the tub.
Oh,
I would have
you got
done
the
it.
cheap version.
I got the cheap version. I didn't, but now I know what I'm doing when I go back.
Yeah.
And this is sort of a vertical one from Lake Wakatupu, and this is one from Venice. That might be one to
Nice.
work on. I don't know if it'll work out or not, but that's what's up for us to work on next, sports fans. Okay, well, I hope you enjoyed this. Let us know in the comments. Come on over, join SIC Custom Passport. You'll love it. If you don't love it, of course, you can have all your money back. And even better, come join me and Harriet down here for the upcoming New Zealand workshop in the fall.
Yes.
I think there's just a couple slots left, so come snag them up. All right, love you guys. See you later.